Wanted to give an update on this legacy challenge with Kyra. I decided to do the legacy challenge instead of the rags to riches challenge because I feel like it would be more entertaining in the long run for me. The rags to riches, I feel like, may end a little sooner. So I wanted to start with the legacy challenge. That way I could see how the generations turn out. Now, if you're not familiar with the legacy challenge, it was started years ago. It really started back in The Sims 2 and 3. But for the Sims 4, there's a few simple rules which turn out to be quite difficult. But the basics are you basically start with a founding sim, you play with that sim, and build their life up from nothing. They get married, have kids, and then you go on to play a sim from the next generation, and so on and so on. And you're supposed to play for up to 10 generations. Now, the rules are that the sim has to start with nothing, work their way up. Once they marry, they can only marry once they're in a house to bring their spouse into. They have to move into the 50 by 50 lot, so they have to bulldoze or evict any sim family that may be living there if needed. You can choose any aspiration or any traits that you'd like for your sim. You just have to make sure that they're a young adult and that they're the only sim in the family or household. Now, there are laws as far as the succession, bloodline, and heir, who takes over the legacy from each generation. Succession laws are either you can choose a matriarchy or strict matriarchy, which means only females can become heir. And strict matriarchy means that if there are no female children, then there's no one else who can be heir. Whereas with the regular matriarchy, if there's no daughters, then if she has a son, that son can become heir and next in line for you to control until the next generation comes. Bloodline laws, you can choose if it can only be a blood child or a biological child, or if it can be adopted or married in child. Heir laws are where you choose whether the heir will be firstborn, secondborn, lastborn. Siblings can fight and challenge each other for that spot. If a child leaves the home before taking over, they're no longer eligible, all that kind of stuff. So what I chose for Kara and her family are it's gonna be a matriarchy, so that way if she has no daughters, then a son can take over. Bloodline laws, it's only gonna be a blood child. Heir laws is it will be the firstborn. I'm just trying to make it easier so I can get through this challenge. Other succession laws I forgot to say. Patriarchy are only males, or strict patriarchy if there's no sons. The challenge is over. Or gender equality, meaning one generation it will be a female, the next generation will be a male. So I will link the website below in the description box of the website that has the laws and rules to the challenge if you want to read more about it. There's also some YouTube videos from Sims, in which she has a series of 5 videos that basically explains the legacy challenge in depth. So I'll link those below so that if you want more information, you can read or look at the video. Now, for Kira, this challenge started off to be a lot more boring than I thought. So I tried to make it interesting. Wasn't easy to do that. When you first start off, remember she has to be on a 50 by 50 lot with nothing. So the lot will be 10,000 simoleons. She starts off, she has to buy the Knight of the Octagon table suit of armor, which costs 8,200 simoleons. She has to place it into her inventory and leave it there through every generation. It has to be passed down, never to be sold. That'll leave her with 1,800. And with that, you're supposed to do whatever you want to do with it. For some reason, I only ended up with 924. I don't know why. Anyway, um, I decided, well, maybe, she's going to have to eat. It costs every time you make a meal. So wherever she goes to eat, she can use that money. a little further into the challenge or into the episode, I decided to go ahead and buy her a tent and a bonfire because some people will have it to where their Sims are sleeping on park benches or, public places and things like that. But my Sim started off in the winter and I didn't want her to freeze to death before I could get through the challenge. You're supposed to have your sim rummage through trash in public areas to find items that they can sell or find little ways to make money. I tried to have my sim rummage through trash. That was very unsuccessful, and I feel like it was taking too long. She had gotten through Christmas, she had gotten through New Year's, and she barely even has a solid friend, and I don't want her to age up before she can build her family because that kind of defeats the purpose of the challenge. So I ended up having her go ahead and get a job. It wasn't going to be something where she could make a whole lot of money quickly, but I just got her a retail job where she could start trying to build. And then once she has that job, she can also go into her cell phone and look for odd jobs, which are little things that kind of either work off of your skills or build. I think they help you build your skills too. Um, so she took a lot of odd jobs in the beginning to kind of build her money up. As far as the public places, of course, she only had a tent, so she had to go to the library or the nightclub or the gym. I would have her go to the gym whenever she needs to take a shower. Of course, she has that little bush in the back of her lot where she can relieve her bladder because she doesn't have a toilet. So that part of it was kind of difficult, but at the same time, it gave her a chance to see people as well and mingle and meet her future husband. So I am excited to see where it goes. She did get a promotion as well. So she's starting to build up. I decided to take away her tent and her bonfire. I decided to sell those and start to build her house. So I built a little, just a four-wall house with a door and a window and a bed and a trash can. Of course, she still has to use the bush, or she still has to go to public places to use the bathroom or to shower or eat, but it's a start. So, I know this video probably isn't as exciting, but comment below and give me any um, suggestions or anything that you think that Kyra can do to move this along. Um, there's been a few people that she's run into. Each video or episode won't be as fast forwarded, so that way you'll be able to see a little bit of what she's doing. But I just wanted you guys to have a picture of where she started. I hope you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that when I upload the next video of Kyra's legacy, you guys can stay updated and see where she is. Thanks for watching. Bye.